Should you invest in silver as an inflation hedge? This article was written by Wayne Dugan. Silver can help diversify an investment portfolio, but as an inflation hedge, it's had its mixed results. This is a pretty good article. Even though this is written in August 2022, we're right now in September. Right now, today is September the 9th. So it's not that far off, but I want to check this article out and read a couple lines. So it says unprecedented government spending, supply chain disruptions, and global energy shortages have sent prices soaring in 2022. Ain't no lie about that. Americans are understandably concerned about how to mitigate the damage of inflation that has been running at multi-decade highs throughout the year. Unlike fiat currencies, there is a limited global supply of silver. There is a limit globally supply of silver. In addition, silver has held value around the world for centuries and has a wide range of uses that should help maintain demand over time. Unfortunately, silver has had a mixed performance as an inflation hedge in history. This article goes on to say, if you're thinking about investing in silver as an inflation hedge, here are several elements to consider. What is silver used for? Silver price history, how to invest in silver stocks and ETFs. Is silver a good inflation hedge? Is investing in silver a good idea? I don't own any silver stocks at this present time. I used to own, I think, SLV. But I know that if you want to invest in silver, that's the way to go. You want to invest in a business that makes profits. Some business stocks pay a dividends, so you want to do your research to see which ones do that. But I do hold physical silver. We have a saying in the stacking community: if you don't hold it, you don't own it. But let's check out some more about this article. What is silver used for? One of the most obvious selling points for silver as an investment is the large number of uses it has. Silver is used in bullion and legal tender coinage around the world. It is also one of the most common metals used in jewelry. Silver has a wide range of industrial applications as well. More than 36 million ounces of silver are used each year in auto manufacturing. As recently as 2019, the photovoltaic sector accounted for about 10% of total silver demand, or about 98.7 million ounces. Each solar cell uses an average of around 111 milligrams of silver. I did not know that. But silver is also an extremely common component of electronics and is used in soldering and other industrial applications. So this is what the big stink is in the silver and stacking community when we talk about the silver price history. Because we're looking for silver to go to the moon, hit $5,000, which I think is impossible. I'm thinking $100 right now is impossible in 2022. But $5,000, come on, guys. Here we go. So the silver price history. Over the past century, the price of silver has increased nearly 30-fold from about 68 cents per ounce in 1922 to $18.68 per ounce as of August 30th. In fact, the price of silver has even risen about 67% over the past 100 years. An inflation-adjusted basis, meaning the price of silver has significantly outperformed the U.S. inflation rate, which if you held it for 100 years, if you were lucky for it to be passed down from generation to generation, from your grandparents and your parents, you could benefit from that because you have a 1% profit, basically, because you didn't get anything. It was a gift. But unfortunately for myself, I did not receive that gift. So I'm stacking for the last 3 years. So we are waiting for silver to hit the moon. When will it do that? How can we make money off of silver? I believe is a good place to park your money and protect it. If you hold it, you own it. But let's see what this article states. So So it tells you to speak with the right financial advisor for you. I agree. I am not a financial advisor. Speak to a qualified financial advisor. So, but unfortunately, the price of silver has been far from steady over time, even on inflation adjusted basis. The price of silver dropped as low as $5.31 in 2022. I did not know that. In 1931, during the Great Depression, it also dropped as low as $7.04 in 2022 dollars in October 2001. Okay, got you. During the economic downturn following the 9/11 terrorist attack, I do remember that. I was not collecting silver and gold around that time, but I wish I had opportunity to take advantage of these low prices. The price of silver also had several major booms and busts. In the past century, it reached an all-time inflation-adjusted high in 1980, thanks to the bunker and William Hunt attempted to corner the global silver market. The Hunt brothers eventually purchased roughly 100 million ounces of silver, driving its price as high as $52.50 per ounce in January of 1980, or about $169.50 in 2022 dollars. Okay, so they're doing the adjusted. So in 1980, it went as high as $52.50. But if you use it in today's dollars, it would be $169.50. Okay, I see what they're going. I see what they're doing. All right, silver prices also spiked in 2011 due to the concerns of the Federal Reserve's quantitative easing program and the geopolitical instability in Europe following the global financial crisis of 2008 and 2009. Silver reached an inflation-adjusted peak of around $64 per ounce in 2011. Wow, getting some history lesson right now. So they tell you ways to invest in silver. So they have, let's read a couple lines of this. One popular way to invest in silver is to invest in the metal itself. Investment grade silver bullion is not 99.9 per silver. If you hold it, you own it. That's what I do. I own some of the physical silver. Investors can buy silver bars ranging in weight from 1 ounce to 100 ounces. Investors just dipping their toes into investing in silver should start out buying smaller weight bars because they may be easy to sell in a difficult market. I do agree with that. So it goes on to tell you some more things. I'm going to leave this article in the description below for you to read it because there's so much to read. But I'm also bring out some more points. You can also invest in silver by silver stocks and ETFs. They list a couple of the silver stocks and ETFs here. Then they go and ask the question, is silver a good inflation hedge? In 2022, U.S. inflation reached its highest levels in roughly 40 years. But there have also been several other periods of elevated inflation since the beginning of the 1970s. They talk about from 1973 to 79, the oil price shocks. And it talks about also some years in 1980s, 1984. Nice. And some also since April 2021, the monthly U.S. Consumer Price Index reading has averaged a year-over-year gain of 6.8%. Since April 1st, 2021, the price of silver is down about 25% overall. Then the question here is investing in silver a good idea? Because silver has a relatively weak correlation to stocks, bonds, and other commodities, it can help diversify an investment portfolio. There we go. But experts vary in their recommendations on how much an investor should allocate to gold and silver. But a good rule of thumb is to allocate about 5%. That's good. You don't want to put all your money in metals. You want to have some room for things like stocks because they increase in value. For those who believe in stocks, I do believe in stocks, supporting business, but I do like my metals in hand. So this article goes about telling some history on that as well. And people wind up really collecting silver and gold because they don't trust banks. They rather put their wealth into precious metals because they can see it, they can hold it, So you want to be real careful and listening to is anybody. You want somebody who can give you sound advice. Do your research. There, come back. I'm making some coin rings, but I also like talking about precious metals. And I appreciate you for coming and giving me your attention. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.